I have a theory as to why the aorta has to be arched. My theory is, well, I'll tell you that in a second. But let's go over a little anatomy and physiology. Here we go. So, every vein and artery gets around the body by bifurcation, but they're all straight. The aorta is the only one that's arched. And the purpose of the blood flow is to reach all the tissue. Well, how do the coronary arteries get perfused? What's the entrance? What's the origin of their blood source? Do you realize that at the base of the aortic valve, there's holes, and those are the entrances, one or two of them, that go down into the coronary arteries? Because if the aorta wasn't arched, the left ventricle, when it overcame the resistance in the line, would go straight out to the system and never come back until it reached the veins, and then it came into the right atrium. So you want blood going in one direction or bad things happen, but do you realize at one part of the cycle it has to go backwards on purpose? Otherwise bad things happen. So think about it. How do the coronary arteries get their blood supply? Well, here's my theory. When the valve closes, the aortic valve, the difference in potential pressure changes. And now the pressure change allows any blood that didn't make it to the top of the hill to roll back down right into those coronary arteries. And we know that in order for the heart to pump, it needs that blood supply, or else you have a MI going on, right? And so that's my theory. My theory is that if it wasn't arched, it would be a one pump heart. It would just go straight out to the system, and there would be nothing to get the blood flow into the coronary arteries for the second pump. Well, that's my theory. And they told me in nursing school that you can't prove a theory, so therefore nobody can disprove it. But if you have thoughts about it, I did check it out with a cardiologist, and he said I was pretty much on target. I don't know exactly what part I wasn't on target, but that's okay. That's the whole point of calling it a theory. And in another video, I'm going to talk about my theory about why it's reversed in two locations in our body. When you have oxygenated blood in the arteries and deoxygenated blood in the veins, there's no such thing as deoxygenated blood. But it's a difference, a net difference, right? But why is it flipped? Why is it backwards? In two locations, at least two that I can think of, two locations in our body. The veins have the oxygenated blood, and the arteries have the oxygenated blood. So I have a theory. I'll share that in another video. But I'm just amazed how we were created. And I know the Lord never slumbers or sleeps, but he didn't get up early enough in the morning to make sure that when he created our body, that the aorta was arched. Because I don't think there was a morning yet. But yeah, I'm just very, very, very enamored by how our body was created. And so if you like this content, subscribe, and the next video I'll put out of this sort will be my next theory as to why the oxygenated blood and the deoxygenated blood is reversed in two places. Have an amazing day. The Lord bless you, and we'll see you on the next one.